Hello, how's everybody? Well, now we're doing another art project. Um, what I'm doing is the next one is going to be on freedom. I mentioned it in my other art when I took down the other one. Which one was it? Last one. Let's see if I can bring it up. I took it down. I like to play with my memory. Um, because I remember, let me see if I can remember. Not freedom. Oh, was luxury. Okay, the last one I think was luxury. Maybe we had another one. No, there was another one after luxury, because we did luxury, and then there was another one that I did. It was fun. Um, let's see, the last one. I got it in my memory. I can see it now. And it had something, it was some kind of lost. Okay, yes. That's the one that we did when I broke down the last one. And I said that we were doing freedom, so now we're doing freedom. I wanted to do the black, I didn't have much black paper, but I think this is going to work better. It usually seems like when something doesn't work, it's like the energy is like telling you sometimes exactly what it's supposed to be. So I have these. I was going to put them all together, but then I decided to make like their spaces, because like when you have freedom, like I said, I'm telling you my opinion, but you have to come up with your own opinions. But the people who listen to the artworks, I mean, when these conversations we have about art, you get a little bit more insight into what's going on when I'm doing the painting, when I'm doing the artwork. So I kind of like feel like this is like, in order to have like freedom, there has to be something, there has to be no freedom. I mean, these are just concepts for this painting, I mean, for this artwork. So I was figuring in order to show freedom, there has to be some kind of some limits, okay? So I have like limits, certain limits, okay? And then what I was going to do, now I'm going to do with you, is I don't want to have, I decided that I didn't want to have a straight line border. I just wanted to show that like more things are possible. A lot of things are possible when you have freedom. So I'm going to do I wanted to do some shapes around, just some shapes around the borders. So let's see how that's going to come out, okay? So what I'm saying is that because I don't want to, because it's freedom, I don't want to have like a straight line border. So I want it to be more of just a free border. It could be anything, you know what I mean? Just a free border. It could be anything. And someone help me out as far as, because sometimes when I'm working, I put my back to the thing, but they help me out telling me, you know, to make sure that you all hear me when I'm doing this. So here, I'm going to put this like that. Okay. So it gets it some more, it shows more about freedom, okay? Instead of just having, I usually do the border pretty much at the end, but I want to do this now, okay, while you all are here, okay? So I'm going to have that, and then I'm going to show you what I'm going to do next. I'm just showing you a pretty much, I'm showing you pretty much my ideas for this artwork, okay? And maybe it'll be done tomorrow. But like I said, a lot of thought has already went into it. Like I told you the last times, you have to have a lot. The more you think about it, the more you put it in your mind, adjust it in your mind, the easier it is. But it takes a lot of time when it's in your mind. Also, it takes a lot of time. You know, so both take time. But the one, when you do something in your mind, you're not really wasting time, because you're always strengthening You're always strengthening things when you do your mind, okay, see? So I have that. Okay, so you can see how the border is kind of like a free thing. Okay, and it can pretty much be anything. Not anything, but like, you know, I'm doing these shapes, but the shapes still have character. So I'm just not cutting anything, you know. Usually it has some kind of intent, you know. That's I try and make some kind of intent. So we're just gonna work a little bit like this, and I'm gonna show you what I have designed, what I was thinking about as far as the, you know, the inside of the paint, the inside of the. I can actually put this here like this too. You know, I could put it like there. Oh, let's keep it like there since it's, or else I could even bring it in there. You know, so it looks good. So it shows free. So everything, and when I told you also that when I do when I do my artworks, let me see, I'm gonna put this here, okay. When I do the artworks, something just dropped out. I wasn't paying attention. Okay, there was something I was gonna say, but I'm gonna keep going. Okay, so how does that look? What do you think? I think it looks really good. So now I can like, there. Just add this on. See how, can you get that part? You probably don't see that part. Maybe if I put it, oh, I want to put it here, okay? Okay. Let's put that there since it can be seen a little bit more over there. And we're talking about freedom, okay? Okay. Let's put this on. Sometimes when I take the tape out, the tape also, everything I do, I try and think about that. That's another thing. Okay, let me wait. Okay, so pretty much everything I do, I try and think about. Let me see if you can see that. Oh, you see? I try and think about, even when I put the tape, I try and think about, does it add something to the artwork, okay? So when I even put the tape, I'm gonna put this over here since I'm gonna use them. When I even put the tape, I try and think about, does it add to the artwork? See, like I can put this here, also I can put this here, okay? But it looks like it looks good better there, so I'm gonna go like that. So this is one sheet of paper. That's another trick too. What I learned when you do this, when I'm doing this artwork, is a sheet of paper is a sheet of paper, okay? So let me try and explain this concept, okay? When I put this last sheet up, and I'm gonna do this around this. It's just something that I learned while I was doing this, okay? So a sheet of paper is a sheet of paper, is what I was saying. So no matter what, it has to have some, I guess I can say continuity or some kind of structure because it's one sheet of paper. It came from one of these shapes, okay? So that means I would like to put one sheet there, one sheet here, and one sheet here, at least. What I've learned from this right now, okay? That's one thing I learned. So you could do a lot with that. Like when you have an art work or you do some kind of art, something like this, think about utilizing something that you're gonna, that you're gonna divide or whatever, and see that you use that whole certain thing. because it still has the same, how can I say, the same structure, the same measurements if you put them back together. Sort of, that's just something that I've learned while doing these artworks. So now I'm gonna, now we're gonna end with this. I don't wanna make it too long. I use this paper for one of my songs, or 2 or 3 of my songs. And what I wanna do is each one of these are gonna be like expressions. Now remember when I said about freedom, I mean all kinds of freedom. So I have to pretty much, let me cut it first, and then I'm going to show you something, okay? Well, I'm going to cut, see, like I'm going to cut the lines out, okay? Hopefully, I think I may use this whole thing. I don't know the whole idea. Let me see. This is pretty long, but I think I'm going to do that. Wait, that's too long. So I'm going to roll it up and see how long I want the paper. So I think that this is the good enough length. I didn't know this roll was that long. How much longer is it? But anyway, so I can use that for something else. So I'm going to cut it right along here, and then I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with it, okay? So I'm going to cut this. Because this is long enough, I could pretty much tell. And I can save this for something else. So I have this, I kept this. Oh, look it. It was about over with. I didn't have to worry. But anyway, I'm not going to use that yet. Maybe I'll use it for something else. But now I'm going to cut this. I'm going to show you how I'm going to do it. Let me see. So I'm going to cut these stripes out. I'm cutting the stripes out. And I'll show it to you. Just literally cutting the stripes out. I wish I gotta make sure. I want to see if I could do it with the camera so that you can't miss me. Anyway, that's what I'm doing now. It seems to be going all right. And then I'll show it to you. But I thought it was long enough. Still doing it. Sorry, I'm on camera. Okay, so anyway, I'm here now. And we're cutting through this. Now, here it goes. Okay? I should have just, no, that wasn't long enough. So we have this one strip, okay? I don't think I'm gonna take this off. You know, I could like cut the other color out, but I'm gonna leave it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do something like this. Some kind of design, or I don't know, but to show freedom, okay? And each one is gonna have its own characteristic, but like I told you, the concept is of all kinds of freedoms. So I got to use this pretty much as a, how can I say, like a pen. You know, like when the pen you write on a paper. So this is like going to be the paper, and this is going to be like the ink that I'm going to write with, if you understand that concept. So thank you for stopping by, and next time you see this, it should be complete. Okay, thank you a lot.